the shaping out the Bible in the bed, on Crawford say, Nala so they snap in the bed. I say, Black History Month, Kofi Kinata, my rap live, is the Made in Ghana UK Festival. Kofi Kinata will be performing alongside Godfather, Samini, Jupiter, when they say the whole or East Winter Garden. Black History or East Winter Garden. Black History Month, Made in Ghana UK Festival. Move!
Made in Ghana UK concert comes to London Friday, 28th October 2022. East Winter Garden, 43 Bank Street, London, East 145NX. Performing live, Kofi Kinata, Samini, Jupiter, Wendy Shea, Sharifa Gunu. Concert experience from 8 p.m. till midnight. Ticket £30. Available at eventbrite.com, shoobs.com, fachoma.com, and madeinganauk.com. VIP tables call 782-760-2639. Brought to you by Made in Ghana UK Limited, Made in Ghana Consultant Limited, in collaboration with Ghana High Commission, London, Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture.
I'm in town. Wherever you are, you need to experience the power of worship.
Amen.
So wherever you are, I want to meet you. I'm very, very excited. It's been a long time coming to you.
Yeah. It's been about 4 years, I think so. So don't miss it for anything.
Hello, family. I'm Ritoba Kesua from Top Italy. There is this massive program coming on 22nd of October 2022, this very month at Russia. It's called Extreme Worship. There will be a very great ministers of God like Kohima, Mercy, and many more. We are inviting you all to come, get your ticket, let's worship our Maker together. God bless you all for coming and thank you all for coming. Tap will be coming. So please come in your numbers. Get your ticket and come in your numbers. Thank you all for coming. God bless you all.
Reminding you that this is the sound of Africa. OT Radio is live and alive. This is the time we all put in our hands on this. This is the newest version, of course, the greatest time of our moments now. OT Radio has come to stay. Tune in on www.otradiouk.com, and of course we have live activities more coming on politics, sports, social entertainment, and everything that you request. My name is Sanko Fatitina, so I'm going to be part and parcel of it, and of course, OT Radio has come to say this is the sound of Africa.
Abusa for me mamo ajo ema wakwaba edo eba Jimedi opportunity said time with tap send live on OT Media TV ene enyumre so wakan ho edien ehyemu na jumadi ena nyina ye ba betwetwe enkomo ewo eso enti medamu nyina mo asese na enyumre so monya emre na motimi ni ehia ewo jumadi so se de mo ye ne da bia no so no ene so ye da mo asese mo ba bekan ho Jumadi say enye tap send at the Roma. Can't me fam bro every Thursday bia and into enyumre ya de asida kese e de ebema tap send jumaku no se wokita yemu ema every Thursday bia yetimi enya enhyiamu na yesua bibi se de ebeya ebeboaye enye se ye promote tap send enko an emum ye anso no se de ebeya yenso yebesua bibi wo jumadi mu na aboaye enti asida kese enkoma ajumaku no ene tap send se me ma unya nti yese Anom Amowo New York and the tap send is live in New York and it is a unimo near be anasa down for be not in New York now I bought the ras and a tap send more bahada bay da ben I am some me at me use up EB and idea makes me I can play more and you playing for tap send it's live in New York in the Bobusian 4 amane no monsoon to download the tap send New York. Now, I said the month of October, tap send double referral promotion, and into say obi USA. Now say we catch them now the referral code a account so no the man no the download there or no ebenya bonus and so and a bonus no ebeye double and into bomodia na kai na catch the enuanom mo American nyina na omuntimi and download the tap send app no mo so etimi use Yenko tap sena suye na yenfa Growth Director Ura Mauto enfa Emrel na yenti nia koso ewo ma suye na watwi mu. Enu nechi no mede Dr. Kofi Edu ena yenua ba Felicia Right edi omo ebebro na yaketwe enkomo ene yebehwe cancer yade types are you type affecting and community nipa yebehwe ni edi ho nkomo now any other question be relating to health and so what about omo ebeboa na omo yano edi ama ora mato memo adwuma kwaba edi obadwumadi so anyumre
na come good evening ibi abako
yamena dom na so ai
nyamena everything is fine, everything is okay. It's here for you good evening to all of you lovely customers and lovely listeners who are joining us from wherever you are in the world. Within the Kokumalto Abraham, if you pick it. But I was born at Telesville Military Hospital. I lived in Medina Firestone all my life. I went to Presec, Legon, and then I spent 4 years at Legon University. But for the last 18 years in Martina, London, and I happen to be the growth director for TapTapSend. So that's me in a nutshell. I'm one of you. I'm your brother. I'm your cousin. I'm your big brother, small brother, nephew, niece, whatever it is that could be. And so whilst I look after growth for TapTapSend for Africa, Ghana is my main focus market because I love Ghana more than most things. And we are grateful to Dana Kwame who hosts the show for us every single week. And we are grateful that this partnership is going well. And so we love coming on the show. I love coming on the show. Personally, I look forward to it. Even my home family, I try and come. So the idea is that we get to connect with our Ghana customers and we get to talk about what matters to you. It's not, TapTapSend side by the way, Kakra. The main thing is that we are picking topics and the producers and Anakami are picking topics which you want to hear about, which they believe is of importance to you. I look at it, I just say yes or no, generally. But the things we've been talking about for the last few weeks, I've been really impressed. And I've been really impressed with the communication, the community, and the education that's coming through this platform. And I come with a big thank you to you and your team. And I hope that all of you are joining Ibiano. You are enjoying these shows and you are telling your friends and your family about it. So if you haven't invited anybody yet, this is the time to pick up the phone, send the link from your phone to somebody and say, join it. It will be good for you to hear this. And that's a good thing for us to do so that we can educate all of our community about what is happening either to our health or to our finances, to our investments, to all of that kind of stuff. It's very important. So good to connect with you all. I'll be here throughout the show. So I will talk a bit more as we go along. The main thing to kind of talk about is about the New York law. Now, New York, a lot of Ghanaians live in New York. I'm told that it's about 20% of the Ghanaians in the US live in New York. So New York has been a very, very important market for us. And we have been trying to get a license for New York for the last year and a half, and it's been quite difficult. And now we finally got a license. So we are very happy. So everybody in TapTap has been celebrating the fact that we've got our license for New York. Indeed, what you can do for me and what you can do for us to help us grow the community and to help us grow TapTapSend and make it bigger is to invite everybody you know in New York, even if you don't know them, say, just put a poster that we will create. We'll create a poster that we'll share. Put that poster on your school WhatsApp group. Put it in your church WhatsApp group. Put it in your family WhatsApp group. Somebody forward it to somebody. I want us to get this movement going. So, if you can do me one favor, please, and preach the word about New York to everybody that you know or don't even know. That's the big news for me. Because I'll explain why. And I can explain why when anybody asks me the question. The reason that we can make TapTapSend free and also give you the best rates is because when we grow the community and the community becomes big and lots of people are sending money through TapTapSend, we are able to get better rates on the Ghana cedis when we exchange the dollar for cedis, which means that we can make some small money, some small coins be FX rate, which means that we are able to give you good rates and still be able to make it free. So we've been doing that for a while now and we'll continue doing that. But the only way we can continue doing that is if you help us grow this community and make it big, because the bigger it gets, the better my buying power and the better the ability for us to go and get better rates for all of you. Indeed, help us build the community. Tell your friends, tell your family. We'll create a poster. Our man Nelson is on the line, hopefully. Later he will talk and he would ask us what you can each do. Each of you on this call, I'm sure, say, if you forwarded our New York poster to one person, it will really, really help us. And me, I'll personally thank you. If you're looking for me, I'm currently in London. So you find me there. I'll come and personally thank you for me. That's one. Two is that you may have seen in your app, say, something has come up on your app about your limits. Say, maybe I was send it either 7,000 and 9,000 and I don't know. It depends on where you are in the world. So we have clarified what we call the sending limits. So it's a question that we get a lot. In fact, it started on this show. This show has been going for more than a year. And it's something people ask us a lot, say, how much can I send through TapTapSend? And why do you stop me sending more? And why are you asking me for this and this and that? So what we've done is made it very simple and clear. Say, if you send 9,000 pounds within a period of 30 days, you don't have to give us any documents. We don't ask for anything. We do these things to comply by the law and to keep your data safe. So there are laws in UK, Europe, Canada, and US, which we have to comply with. It means that we get to keep our license. So if we don't comply with those laws, we wouldn't have a license and we would not be able to therefore continue serving you and continue bringing you this fantastic program. So an important say we comply by the law. The law applies to all the companies who are like us, who are moving money between countries and between people. The laws are to make sure that we don't allow people who are not quite perhaps who they say they are to send money to the wrong people. That is the main thing. Until also will send this car, we have to confirm, say, we are saying now, we'll say, well, yeah, you are who you say you are. So we have to know the customer, know the person who is sending the money. That's number one. We all time to know, Sebi, the money that they are sending, they are. So it's important that the law kind of stipulates that we know where the money is coming from if it's above a certain limit. So the legal thing is that the law, they say, there are some normal sending now, nobody asks you any question. Into Oko Tesco, now also pay £1,000. Being bizarre pay. But Oko Tesco now also pay £50,000 at ABA, raise some eyebrows like that. And that's just how it works here. So if you're sending and there's a certain amount, the law just lets you do no questions asked, literally in everything. And once you send over those amounts in a short period, the law requires that we try and find out illegal sources. And you've done some one or two things that you've got some money and then you are sending it through TapTapSend. The law requires that we are the policemen of that. So that's why those limits are there. And if we don't play by those limits, we get in trouble, lose our license, and then we cannot break. So it's important, say, you've got that email. The email is very clear on the limits. I'll be here. I'll take any questions you have about the limits and how the limits work. There's a 30-day limit. There's a 90-day limit, and there is a year limit. And it resets. I think my man Kofi probably knows a bit more, so we can talk about it a bit more. But it's important that you understand those limits, and that if we just have limit in here, say, oh, please show us where you got your money from. Don't be offended. And yes, we keep the data. The information is safe. The app is secure. We are regulated by all the tough regulators in all the big countries, which means that the same regulation now, the regulated bank, and the same security now, the banks use is the same kind of security that we at TapTapSend use. So your data is incredibly safe. Like nobody has access to it with outside of the people who need it to do their work. Definitely not. So I know some of you don't like uploading your documents to an app because you don't know what the app is, but at least now you know my face. If you see her, come and look for me. I exist on every platform going. You know Nana Kwame, you know A-Class, you know one or two people. So you can start to connect the app to a face. So the app is secure, and we will continue to assure you that the app is secure and that data you put on there is not going to get lost. I know some of my aunties, they will send me WhatsApp with their passport, but they won't put it on the app because the app is not safe. And I know some WhatsApp is secure, point-to-point encryption, but at least it's on my phone. Just say, yes, but on my phone. So we can send WhatsApp picture to our friends of our passport, but we can't upload the WhatsApp picture on X. We can upload the passport to the app. I'm encouraging you, if you're listening to me, I'm giving you the assurance and the confidence that uploading your documents, your payslip or your proof of income, so when government support, how when benefits, and now when you're getting money from some rent, be our rent, and I say, because the lotto now, you're using the lotto money out because I get Ghana. I mean, there was this guy who won a lottery and he didn't want the family to know, but he was sending the money to Ghana. You can show all of this, anything that shows that you've got that money. If you're over savings account, I will save it many years. You can show that, look, this is my savings account, it's mine, and I have the money there. All of those documents, if you upload it to the app, yeah, very, very safe and very secure. So that's a big announcement. Check your app, check your email, the limits are there. And if you have any questions whatsoever, like even if you just want to clarify something, maybe I wouldn't, but you just want to be sure, we'll be here, we'll answer the questions. So we want to assure you that we are your brothers and sisters. We are just trying to help each other. And I have one mission right now, which is to move all the money from Ahase Eco Ghana. I say it and my team always laugh. Yes, I want to move all the money. We'll leave some small one here for paying rent and bills, but what we want to do mainly is I would like you to encourage you to try and move all the money to Africa. Ghana, as I said, the way that the CD is going, Ebedu 15 before if you're in the UK, Ebedu 15 before you know it. I'm sure it's probably got to 15 already somewhere. The rates have been crazy. And since the IMF meeting on the 16th of October, so IMF for Ghana is probably going to go into some kind of program. It is definitely going into a program. And the IMF had a meeting on the 16th. Since that day, where the CD is going, we don't know. The rates are very good right now, but Ghana's why hard. So it's a tough situation. We will continue to give you good rates, but I have said, and I'll continue saying, I don't want to be responsible for the slide in the city because people watch tap send, and what we do, others follow. Sometimes people do different things. So if I see somebody doing some crazy rates, sometimes they kind of say, oh, should we follow or should we not follow? And for some of you bloggers, it's important that we give you the best rates every time. But it's also important for us to be a responsible company who love Ghana. If I was somebody who didn't care about Ghana, then yeah, of course, we'll raise the rates, make more money, that kind of stuff. But I love Ghana a hell of a lot. And I wanted to send money to Ghana, but I also want us to do it in a responsible way to not kill our nation, because maybe 10, 15 people to do well. So we should all have the interest of the country at heart. And when we continue doing good rates and we continue going hard. Anyway, then I think I'm going to stop talking. Makasache, I can hear the sound of my voice. It's beginning to annoy me. So I'm going to keep quiet and hand over back to you. But I'm looking forward to hearing Dr. speak. I'll be here throughout the show. There is 81 of you here. By the time the show ends, I hope that there'll be a lot more. Let's have a chat. Let's have a good discussion, and I'll see you all soon. Can I come?
Yo, may I say Oramoto for your short presentation. But before you go, also saying said the weekend is will be episode send this Ghana or China we person send this Ghana who say asema okano no correct. So you keep on giving us good rates. What's the rate now?
The rates there, we'll keep on giving good rates because the rates, if you're in the UK, the rate is almost 15. It's 14.95. It's on the cusp, right?
14.95.
Yes, 14.95. And I remember very well the day that we got to 10. The day that the rate got to 10, I remember that very well. Somebody tweeted, see where the pound cut. And that was 10. So that was when we got to 10. Mekaipa, I remember that day very well. Now we are almost on 15. Where the city is going right now, I would not be surprised. I mean, I think it probably gets to 17, 18 in the next few days. I probably wouldn't be surprised. We would try, because the Bank of Ghana has told us that we should be responsible. So we would try and be responsible. But if you are seeing rates somewhere crazy, don't let your eyes be turned though. Those people, yes, they may be doing something good. Maybe I was sending £100, you're happy, but think of the bigger picture. It's not helping Ghana. It's not helping Ghana at all. But 14.95 is the rate. If you're in US, it's I don't know what the rate is in US today. Somebody can help me. I had it on the sheet somewhere. If you're in Europe too, I know what the rate is. I can check and tell you. But the rates are looking good right now.
All right.
Okay. In Europe, I think it's 11.45.
Okay.
Awesome.
But I know somebody is doing
in US it's $14.
$14. So the US and the UK are almost the same.
Because the dollar is strong now.
I can't know dollar not below pound though, but
I know.
Hey, Mr. Mauto, Mokumi and Yumre. Mr. Nizika 3 hours ago.
And I'm rate, you know. And yes, I come.
Man didn't ye.
I come up with Siana Sunday.
Men sign for Bob was your move and balance the mommy.
Okay. With a winning answer. I have a
question. Me person me free, so me pamucho.
And do question time, and we have a structure. And to say, anything regarding tap sender, we'll be to me inbox Ramauto, and he will pick it. Is it anything regards to tap sender now?
Yes.
Quickly, not me, because normally it will be after.
Yeah, my question is short. And say, me the rate of mode. That's the last time me almost say I want a little bit more because a day, instead of sending £1,000, them give me send £1,000 now and watch me and a day, I can send 5,000 a day. I can send 5,000 a day. But sometimes, omutimi ka say sikara edema for asa.
It is something that Mr. Mauto can deal with it with you. So if you can inbox him at the chat room, your name, number, he will call you on and see what he can do to help you resolve that issue. And I can also tell all our customers, I know we have customers who like to send big monies within a day, like maybe 4,000, 5,000 a day. Yes, we have a new product that is coming out very soon, 5,000 to 20,000 a day, which we able to transmit that to your recipient in Ghana in his or her bank account without any problem. It is something that is coming out very soon, and we will let customers know when and how to go about it, that we'll be able to help you or assist you with your big transfers to Ghana. So please contact Mauto in the chat room, get your details to him, and we will be able to assist you with your transfers.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Mommy. All right, I'm going for a quick commercial break. When I come back, I will introduce to you my guest, Dr. Kofi Edu, producer.
Boss, we in Europe. Let me join Tap Send.
I'm in Spain. I'm in Madrid. Oh, and Tap Send is having a double referral bonus promo. You don't know. That's why I'm here. So me too, I'm going to refer people in the USA and I'm going to get double my promo bonus. So meaning if you're in the USA, you can also refer people in USA and you'll get double your referral bonus. If you're in Canada, you can do same. If you're in UK, you can do same. If you're in Europe, many countries in Europe, you can also do same. So join this promo, and this promo starts from now and ends in October. My brother, don't go. And it's double the promo bonus.
Download Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Send. It's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
I'm in town. Wherever you are, it's going to be an awesome time in the presence of the Lord.
Sure.
I am believing God that these grounds need to experience the power of worship.
Amen.
So wherever you are, I want to meet you. I'm very, very excited. It's been a long time coming to you.
Yeah. It's been about 4 years, I think so. So don't make sense of anything.
Reminding you that this is the sound of Africa. OT Radio is live and alive. This is the time we all put in the hands of the best. This is the newest version, of course, the greatest time of our moments now. OT Radio has come to stay. Tune in on www.otradiouk.com, and of course, we have live activities more coming on politics, sports, social entertainment, and everything that you request. My name is Kofi, so I'm going to be part and parcel of it, and of course, OT Radio has come to say this is the sound of Africa. Welcome.
Yo, abusia for me sign Emma Mo Ajo Mamo Akwaba Biemu Edo Eba Jumedi. So afi and our joining here. This is your #1 Thursday evening show. Time with Tap Send live on OT Media TV. We are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and also on OT Radio UK. Last week, Enna Yeka breast cancer home asem. Na yenim said the month of October a breast cancer awareness month. Yedi breast cancer home komo Emma mi who said health issues adebia ehun hia yen once na any Dr. Beboyen na oni wachirichiri mu ni titiru because me call online me research does be brain nyeni nyina na betimi aka ho asem anyimre na emom doctor hwe ne affect community ne pa yen hwe de deba science ben na hu se cancer wo ye anya bi na de na ese wo ye treatment wo ho ne say prevention and no any ensema ye behwe na yesua bibi afiri mu yen sister Felicia writing so obi a onya breast cancer na ene nyame aye na dom wa survive ono so be join ejumedie so no oni a share ni experience nyese oye breast cancer survivor nko a she's a health professional. Now, on also the background, also beboa amenko twitwi akona nimpa. Dr. Kofi Edu, memoajo emwakwa and enyumre edu bajimedi so.
Oh yeah.
Dr. What to say enyumre?
Me huye me da say. Most more to say.
Ya mi adom yenso ye ho ye pa. Doc, baby a won senka obetimi aba video amaya ke ni beje pa. Se de enkomo twitwi ni betimi aba.
Me ho ndem pa. So
ba ni sa hwe manim na me hwe wanim. Face to face, we need a mini. Yo, Doc, yeah, that's it. And you so say when I'm ready, any ever to train come and then you brain. Last week, when you had to train come for breast cancer at home. Nene, ye share a young man kwa and a woman in your cancer, a man sunya and a cancer no crying, you different types. And they wish him one, dear he pan affecting community no. Na kwan ben eso na yebefa na yabo ye ho ban se de be ya cancer yade a edi ewi ya nkonya bimpo se ye nya bimpo a de na ese ye ntem se de be ya endi ewu
yo me da say prince nano e kasa kra fa nti ene de en kasa pi me do so se we were here for the tap Sunday process na ampa sabos me wo me bos me to so do kokram ya de no bos me saka sa ni chine kokram no ana boy
yeah
okay said they ubisa no remember mu prostate cancer very common. True, you come so kind of community prostate common. In fact, you say remember a bro omo mfie ebo aduonu kono in fact 1 in 8 who get cancer of the prostate. Also so she say before say before you can if I say 2 million. Na say 1 in 8 and it is a sensible number. And I'm a boy. Now who be here say if tia say did come me can be general and my specifics. So okay, say cancer, there are hundreds and hundreds of them. So we can kind. No, in Sacre, when you put your more be hard. Say, when I say Ufias, and I say, we know a better small. So, who the power, when I say, share was it some infancy beer. Memphis a janai any kind. Bowel cancer, come on, is among the first top 4. You can UK, maybe even in Ghana. And to know, semi-fancy be one or 9 once a day, and I said, that's a one if you assess it as a son. So, either so we am be 2 and answer, so we am bit more. Also, my dream course say, it be with my cancer. So, uja now, so that's who's a moja or more. I say, more dream back about cancer. Now, Messaka be, I say, and yet a moja be a free a janamu beyond a cancer. Could even be a day in say a fellow a hemorrhoids and a piles. So much dinner that. And you know, maybe what was so because make general things. Cancer of the mouth. Sore throat and coda. Oh, the beer no the sore throat and coda. A beer la could be warm. And the hobby here said, we try a more will be a shaman. Say, we just sore throat for months or even years. Na inquire the hobby here said, overcome will be a shaman. Because it will be a make a medically qualified person. But just what I say.
Yeah.
There also be a skin cancer, say, you know. Maybe a woman said, be able to talk. Maybe I bit my way when you maybe my own son with my own fruit, baby. Who's a more be able to talk. Let's say, teacher say, if you say, a kasi, no, na a the color, no. Oh, na be an echo, one, I say, any change in color, and I say, Pukrano. In the worst case scenario, if you say moja fimu ba, you could be dealing with cancer of the skin. I don't know what mama why I let it. Maybe I will acquire biopsy in your cancer, but so ultimately, if we say BB cause ABI more than AB ordinary skin infection. Now you can lumps once lumps, you know, your breast and lumps it and as a technique, it didn't take this. One number be so who lump or who number be and I say, when I'm not if I say taken that. And I ate it there, AB and a cancer now. I face so see a back cancer of the lung. Oh, a wa. Oh, so doctor how I x-ray na your more antibiotics. No, I cough measure and they may come by for na enquire. Na se titri will be a one segregated down as a ugusu enum segregator. And no quania de abet mamma who said baby and who cancel the land. Titri was a basse, ubo one as a free on whom a till on whom a tiana say, and finds a ukasa kura okasa na ubuni bese na a horse, hoarseness of speech, nagging called breathlessness and hoarseness. Also to me, a dream cancer of the lungs. So because it be an unknown idea, yet who be I know you'll be a one of cacan, a breathlessness and hoarseness and pet. And a bit to me, I'll let to say, a be a wee in ya, sacramia de haram and her lungs. I fay the toss be me weight loss. So, and I say, I'm not any mother or a diet, and America. So when she dance, one cassa would dinner and no yes from. Then mum would dish ye be always in a business and so no. kasi ono na eso tia unni unshede ni bipotia ntia ekoso sanwa cancer ni presentation back no say weight loss ya cancer kwa na de body but at least it's one of the causes and say HIV sila nkoi when so betima intracell do be etima weight so sounds na ya able to say in fact TB tuberculosis and ameboa and it could be parents amwa and also betima more lose weight but then also no bobo wa bi wa one probably be na moja wo but nye one nyina na cancer ntina na percentage mo afi say ba prostate na make prostate muscle. You see any change in your urinary habits some people say be 50-55 years ago. In actual fact, it can even be younger, less than 50, be even 40. True say, be any cancer of the prostate. You can be young and still get cancer of the prostate. And the year, it's very unlikely say we below 55 years. It's usually about 50, most likely after 70 years. Me some bobo so kakra na for bas specifics na matombo ase semre wo mu a ma cheche ye to so biem ye pain ansana when pain with due to cancer no me just a very advanced stage the pain is one of the number say who to wana say we bibia na wo aches and pains na why who to wana more say ma cancer mra. Now, cancer, they want different types. So, about blood cancer, idea severe multi leukemia. Leukemia, a form of cancer, but it happens in the moja and namely cancer. Cancer. Fever pass, or when you say malaria fever. And I feel so no, we was over treat malaria, as the fever won't go away. I feel so now. As our break, you dramatic casibia, our break, fatigue, tiredness. For no apparent reason, I was a cancer the presentation back home, general presentation, and make a massacre. And let me say, bobo so kakra, na very bad specifics now. By far, the 4 commonest cancers in the UK, now you can breast cancer, lung, bowel, and prostate. And balance also what is cervical cancer, which is also now awareness now. Say a man being act say a war vaccination beer against GMB for the human papillomavirus. Where is no son so also make count. We say so about school do maybe I say you can have your own injection against human papillomavirus. If you say a human papillomavirus has been identified as one of the causative etiological agents, and into mobile injections. And have namafe. So as a bisabi or and also do a contribution there and sana about specific types.
Okay.
So question be any was there any trust.
Yo, Dr. Medase, me wo yeni about free Felicia Wright last week or joining yen wunya breast cancer nene nyamea ya na dum wadaso tiase. Now sharing the experience with us. It was so encouraging. Emma share nipa bibrena in crime. When you're just breast cancer survivor and or a midwife ankasa. Inti ye ka cancer ho asemi na mejiri se ono nso ebetimi aboa edina no atomu bi bano emana mi ominia baby de bia ne GP etwro no se womra na yenhwe no na womeye tesa was wonko minia ba Felicia memoajo ema wakwa baba dwumadi so
Yeah, the yeja.
Namba jo ho to say.
Nyamia do me ho ye. Good evening. It will be I want to even say it in good evening. Me mama Joanna.
Good evening to you. Don't worry. I know say are infantine into brofon kwana.
Yeah.
Can you please do us a favor and come on video for us?
My God.
If that will be okay, we'll be very grateful.
Okay. All right. I will do that in a minute. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, and next year, what is Dr. Orkano? Any last week here, breast cancer wasem. Now, you did say, and yet breast cancer and affect your community. No, there are other types of cancers and also no in your power your community. Dr. Bobo be brain so with you, a man side needed to. As I said, you make a minia baby, and the GP friend I won't call. And I will be to me about other types of cancers now affect your community. Needed to about my side.
Okay. Man, you were quite a few of it. You were cervical cancer. You were uterine cancer. You were quite a few of it. But man, cervical no more because smear test. When you get the notification say a call for smear test now. I know a lot of people don't go.
Yeah.
And every woman I meet now, I always tell them, it doesn't even matter if it's a woman. Once you get any notification for, say, so call for screening, I would just urge everyone to just go. Because I've come across a lot of people, just through the cervical screening, they were able to diagnosed cancer so early, and then it was treated very well. I remembered Miami auntie, is it Kofi auntie 2 years ago? Yeah, no fear no friend, me no say, and she was in her 80s, and I'll catch him so we traveled for a long time, but was starting when moja. Now I'm saying then immediately you need to just go to your GP. Thank God she had me, and I advise her. Most Ghanaians would just say, "Oh, maybe I never be to know." But when she spoke to me, I just told her, "You need to contact your GP ASAP." She contacted them. She was able, and then they took her in. They started doing all the things, and then they found out that it was a cancer of the uterus. And immediately, I'm catching and say, say in case a cancer of the uterus at her age over 80, she's not looking for any but when she goes in, she should tell them to remove it. And I was just adamant. I just said to her, just let them remove it. And when she went, fortunately, it was just the early stages. And so when she got in, because she wanted the uterus removed, they removed the uterus, and she didn't have any how do you call it, chemo, because it was the early stages. Just imagine that at that age, she's going to go through chemo. It will weaken her. She would have actually gone to the glory of God. She's alive. She only had, when they did the surgery, she only removed her. No, she only had radiotherapy, I think, for 2 weeks. And then that's it. My advice to everyone, and I'll keep on, you will hear me say that most times, please, yenya a year bowel cancer is on the increase among blacks. It's alarming, and most of the blacks we bet say bowel cancer the next minute it's very, very, very was it last year I lost a friend, a friend's sister-in-law. She's a Ghanaian. One who night was stage 4. any bleeding, bleeding through that back passage, you shouldn't ignore it. You were cocoa and hemorrhoids. You were cocoa, we know that, but don't just go, let them check. And as I say, I think that they've been sending kits around for people to do a sample, and then they need to check. Very, very important. Was it just last year? So I think another Nigerian minimum also died. By the time they found it, it was stage 4. And bowel cancer, people don't really, they are not serious because we feel so, my toilet, my catch health, my doctor, and I said, we feel ashamed, but Brony will not feel ashamed. Into one thing I would say is, and it's on the increase. And then I will just go back to the food that we eat.
Yeah, I was about to.
Our food is all genetically modified. The one here, and there's a lot of estrogen in everything that we eat in this country, even up to paste. There's estrogen in it, and estrogen is one of the causes. What I would say to everyone is that because of the food that we eat, we need to really be very careful, because there's something which I do, and when I was advised to do it, and I didn't want to do it, and I had to do it. Sorry, me for me. I had to do it because I felt when I heard a lot of people were dying because of because of bowel cancer, I had to just look after myself. I know someone who had liver cirrhosis at 29 years. Sorry, at 29 years, when I heard she cured herself from the liver cirrhosis, yeah, at 29 years, sorry, me try some at 29 years she was able to just reverse the liver cirrhosis. The doctors told her, she can't reverse it. What she did, and I just asked her, and it was coffee enema, and it's not the ordinary coffee. I started doing it, and when I started, said me, you see enema, practically, let me just say it, me call, me might be saying me coffee enema. And again, it's not just a coffee, me patcho, if you want, I can just direct you, but me prepare. Psychologically, I felt like using the toilet. Yeah. Me use the toilet never, and I'm a koye me anima. Me anima, I was surprised. I felt me toilet, but I didn't know. Say constipation and toilet empty about just food we are eating is sitting in your stomach. What will happen? Or is sitting in your bowels? It's cancer. We need to just need to look after our bowels. We need to look after the things that we eat, today. Because I didn't know we were going to talk about it, because I don't have but if I knew, I would have actually done a PowerPoint presentation just to talk about it, and then how to avoid it. But see a doc, that's it. I'm going to lung cancer. I will say a big no. Yes, it's a it's an indication. Yes, because of But what I will say about lung cancer, I've come across a lot of people. Woman, lung cancer, they never smoked. I don't know if you've heard about passive smoking. I would say lung cancer is not just obia or smoking. Again, we share chemicals that you use to, we can inhale it into our lungs. Parazone. I quite remember when I was having my treatment. Now, Sister Bia Minim in Manchester, she was telling me, there was quite a few people who had lung cancer. And most of them, because honestly, you're this, ocean in the background now, why you cleaning that? All the cleaning stuff now, you see healing. Am I a lung cancer? And I would say yes, smoking can be, but the chemicals we use at home can also lead to lung cancer. I'm saying the basic one.
Yeah, you see, thank you. You see, I mean, before we move on, let me just quickly, I want to say, enya yare bia na ewo symptoms and signs. You see, I mean, cancer be over. You will not experience. It's my yakaka bia cough, lump, all this. It be anywhere ubenya. Le mom we go 7 fancy bia. Can be bit of screening. Papa Nicholas smear ya can mintimi hu de ntia ye ma no person be menyi ni say me nipa ye bi dal bebre be catch us say enye ya a very non-invasive and simple test. And so ye ma no empese ombe yesre ya emomodia na mrendu ho say obuchi ha do de chance no ho ye momodia make use of it. Oh, and then first time I can they also be a bowel cancer. Then say come because of say awareness and Kofi being if free without getting the benefit of screening, you know. You see, who fear not the screen kit na bro. Oh, so measure say what is asking way?
Yeah.
Oh, they've been sending kits over the years, past few years now. And it is so a very, very simple kit. Nti message say wonsa ka bia mpokura na say wonsa ka bia wetimi akọ GP ho na akọ bisa because bowel cancer no you may not have any symptoms at all. Ebia oyembe ya also with a gastric ulcer and septic ulcer. Venom, all these omeprazole and antibiotics and all that. And you see, over the year, over some months and years, that's all you may be suffering from cancer of the bowel. You can bowel, it can start from as far as the small intestine, and then of course, but the colonic cancer by far the most common. Large bowel, you can cancer of the from signal colon, even the transverse in the rectum. And also routine screening. Any screening, me was be able to I'm sorry, I appear no she also. I mean, from my doctor on check when I mentioned a horror na ABL, a bit may detect say you have got cancer. And so what if you may not have any symptoms whatsoever? In the end, and so you know, the toss would be and son say, Ubopona cancer I can once and may be spotted a brow or no, forbidden emergency woman as me fancy normal admission in hospital. A honor doing test in the beer signs of cancer. We fancy beer a blood test B. A leukemia, for instance, if you say if you away no the white cell count very high, far above the normal 11,000 or so. And that's the only time. And I say maybe the red blood cell count or the platelet may be low. And ordinary full blood count. I walk or emergency room as walk hospital. And never made to detect it. Say, oh no, this is leukemia, and you're very easy to find. You may not have fever, or you may not have any of the pains that we're talking about. Routine blood check would be the only way you'll be able to determine blood cancer, for instance, or even lymphomas. So, sometimes bone cancer, say, osteosarcoma, remember somebody used to big terms. Bone cancer, bone cancer, whatever name it is. And no, you have bone pains, you have got, sometimes there's a swelling of the bones, irregular swelling, or change of the skin. It is a who say oh nyarea was a woman screening basic if you check up. In fact, when you're crying every 6 months, be as a check up. Because you Burman say, Oko for check up, and I can doctor, Abia, Miss Row, may prostate no, way too much I came. Now you have got a blood test, maybe a very PSC, prostatic, no, a specific antigen, and a PSC. No. Usually, it was a less than 1. And so, PSA, under normal circumstances, they're in the hundreds. Sanye benign prostatic hypertrophy, enlargement of the prostate now. Then we are talking about cancer of the prostate. Okay, specifically cancer of the prostate now. Just 1 minute. Common. It's killing Caribbean and African people here in the United Kingdom. Is so common. The only problem I may want to say about if you say you need allergy. So the symptoms of enlargement in the cancer, symptoms might be similar, but blood coming from the urine very rare. But we are Burma, that's a wood, so no moja womb. That's a wound, Sabia, Ghana, and a beer, Bilharzia area, there, Abia, schistosomiasis, Bilharzia, so wood, so moja, so TV beside that. Yana make a once. So what you can now would so net true say Mujawuma, you should think about cancer of the prostate. Or of the bladder for that matter.
Yo. Doc, any mame and dane me ho na me ba me mama phone so ho kwan na one form questions are more enfambra. Na apart from that, Abiana de kan obi wo any other health issue be no bebusa ho asem so a doctor ene mame nurse o hanom so mbeboa na we ya no e dia ma nti me dane me ho na ma fan krato baako ye bape ye beto.
I'm in town, wherever you are, it's going to be an awesome time in the presence of the Lord.
Sure.
I am believing God that this ground need to experience the power of worship.
Amen.
So wherever you are, I want to meet you. I'm very, very excited. It's been a long time coming to you.
Yeah. It's been about 4 years, I think so. So don't miss it for anything.
Boss in Europe.
Let me join Tap Send.
That you guys see, I'm in Spain. I'm in Madrid. Oh, and Tap Send is having a double referral bonus promo. You don't know. That's why I'm here. So me too, I'm going to refer people in the USA and I'm going to get double my promo bonus. So meaning, if you're in the USA, you can also refer people in USA and you'll get double your referral bonus. If you're in Canada, you can do same. If you're in UK, you can do same. If you're in Europe, many countries in Europe, you can also do same. So join this promo. And this promo starts from now and ends in October. My brother, don't go. And it's double the promo bonus.
Download Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Send. It's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
And so ebi yo sabre de ekwan wo honom say wo question bi ebusa with regards to all that types of cancers ye mame any ye papa yi doctor any mame nurse edi hu nkoma ubetimi ede question bi a wo ede aba sabre ya enti uma onsa so e wo zoom ne so a question no mema ho kwan na ode question aba anase ubetimi ede question no ede acho chat room honom na making kind ede amount ene anwumre yo mame nko ye mame Felicia honom answer na mefa other people on questions no mame nko ye mame Felicia ma Felicia
Yes, sir.
unya breast cancer nyame adom uhu ni ntem ama enei nyame adom oda so te ase no say cancer the unya na just obewu mami Musa, how did you manage it and how are you managing after treatment?
How did I manage it? You taking me back to as I said last week, you know, I actually took myself to the doctor because of the gland I found and in my armpit. Yeah. Until when I found it, you know, I think 2013. That was when I went to the GP and then they told me, say, oh, and yes, because of my brain, you know. And I believe them. But 2016, I just felt, say, this day is not getting any bigger, it's not getting smaller. Sometimes I can say I reduce it. But I just felt, say, it's been there for a while. It was painless. Until, you know, I just felt, say, let me just go and see the GP because I was concerned about it. Because it wasn't on the other side. Into the mommy call me, you know. Into me call you now, won't share now. They said it wasn't anything now. I insisted that they do a scan just to find out what it is. And then it came out that it was my lymph nodes. They found there until they had to do a biopsy. And yeah, when the news was brought to me, and as everyone, I was shocked. Yes, I also thought, cancer, life, death sentence, as everyone would just, you know, say. But what I took was I went back to God just to pray, to just say, God, dear Martin, you know, I can't understand it. Until you speak to me, I had this calmness in me. But about the calmness now, I felt the fear was there. The fear of what's going to happen. I've got young family, what's going to happen to them and everything, you know. But again, as I said last week, and I had a very good support network. My husband was very supportive. I had quite some friends who were there to support me go through the, you know, and that makes a big difference. Because I know quite a lot of people, especially a Ghanaian community, they don't want to tell anyone. And they will tell you, Auntie Felicia, I had the same thing. I mean, I had even at church, I said people were just talking about me, but it didn't bother me. It's just, that's their opinion about it. Cancer, and as I said last week, you don't go to the shop to buy it. It can happen to anyone. Professor Atamils died of cancer. Don't tell me so Onisika to treat himself. I know only DA. Cancer is no respecter of persons. It can happen to anyone. Even one of the things that I am so scared about now is juvenile cancer. Enkola, you know, because of the food and then the level of toxicity, you know, when we call not a laptop and an iPad and a phone, now it's being charged. It's a very wrong year. Parents should just be looking at, because yes, akola to cancer. I have seen a baby who had cancer. And also can say, I had a good support network around me. I would just say that makes a big difference when people are going through this cancer, because you've got so many things in your mind. You know, you are thinking, oh God, what's going to happen? Do I have to do this? Am I going to die? What's going to happen to my family? This and you know, the least you want is people talking about you. And sometimes I always say to people, when you go to people who have had cancer and you don't have anything to say, keep quiet. Because now I always tell people, say, when you go to see anyone with cancer, no, be gentle. To me, career, just say it is well. And I say, I'm praying alongside with you, and as I'm praying for you, that is the only thing. When it comes about the treatment, it was quite difficult to decide as to whether I should go for treatment, because I was praying until I heard from God saying to me that this is not unto death. Yeah, this is not unto death. And then I had another pastor, he wasn't even a pastor, he was a church leader then, who also came to tell me that when he prayed, this is what God said to him. And that gave me that confidence to just go for the treatment. Yes, as I said last week, the treatment wasn't an easy thing at all. It was very harsh. I lost all my hair. Missing to say black. I still have stains on it. Yeah. What again? I became very weak. I couldn't sleep. There were so many. I don't even want to mention the side effects of what I went through. I went through hell. Personally, I thought I was going to die. Me cannula tissue, kimono went underneath this hand. And just imagine chemo going underneath. It was just the grace of God that this hand, I didn't lose it. Because 2 weeks before this happened to me, I was told that somebody came in and the same thing happened. They had to amputate her from the elbow. It wasn't that easy for me. But in all, the Bible says we should give thanks to God. I thank God. Initially, I was asking God, why me? And I remembered one day I heard, why not you? And I thank God, God trusted me, because when him said, if I go through this, I will share internet. I believe that's why God really spared my life, but it was just harsh. And it's rendered me, I've had a lot of side effects because of the chemo. Yeah, but I'm still positive.
Still positive.
You see, let me just the mommy can you say just with the 30 seconds. You see, young couple be over. When you cancer, I don't say your own fault. So some of them, but you see, this is not a reaction that we should entertain at all. And for cancer, it can happen to anybody. Children get cancer, and then we don't have too much time to talk about. And Quebec, some of the childhood cancers that are available, apart from leukemia. Some people become very sad. I will hold to make can be bad. I don't cry. I'm home and send me brain. It's kind of shock. Why me? And then denial. And I don't think so. Me cancer pa me there be there. Cancer there. And those are some of the little things. Happy. Let us, be brave, courageous. Try. It's easy. And of course, with our circle of friends and support groups. But there are so many support groups available in our communities. Apart from serving families.
Yo.
Yeah.
Doc,
me person me can be kakra big about there's another type of cancer. I know of quite a few people is taking their life, which is pancreatic cancer. Cancer of the pancreas. It's a very it is something it may make it diabetes. And we know in Africa, the African community, the diabetes is on the increase. When you look at the statistics in a year, I did a health talk on diabetes last year at my local church. And when I was doing the research, I became scared. Because when I looked at the figures, and juvenile diabetes too is on the increase, whether we like it or not. And Kolanket, they are on insulin. Tell me their quality of life in the next 20 years and not 30 years now. One of the things I would say about pancreatic cancer, a very, 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 very deadly. Any cancer in the stomach is deadly. And I'm just going to insist, tell everyone. Pancreatic cancer, my colleague be Ephraim, that was last year, beginning of the year. That's 2021 or so. My husband, he's been diagnosed of diabetes. Now, what should I do? And I'm so, okay, do this, do that, don't eat this, do this. And she tried, and I'm going to come back to men. And please, the men on the line, just bear with me. And what the man said was, the lady said was, Felicia, anything I do for my husband, he doesn't want to. He wants to just be eating what he was eating and everything. Under 6 months, I was just there, and then she traveled to Nigeria. When she came back, she traveled, and when she came back, say, my husband, I just want to just give you life stories for you to know, what is going on. No catch me say, me jami kunu ho coin for just 2 weeks. Me buy, he's lost half of his weight. Me buy grown to me, Natario Shatarian drop. And this is a health professional. Internet ni kunu see a health professional. Internet and I'm say, he can't stand on his feet. He's lost half of his weight for how many weeks? How long did you go? I went for 2 weeks. I've just come back just 1 week. Now I'm saying, is he eating very well? Or say now, no, I'm saying, listen, let's stop it. Take your husband to the hospital. And when she got to the hospital, one catch and saying, can you last just few hours ago, baby? Because I catch him say, why yellow, jaundice? A man who is in his was 58 or 59 then. Why yellow? Ain't or do or no? They had to just admit the man immediately. And then she called me, said, Felicia, I thank you. This is what they are saying to me. They had to rush him, they had to do everything. To cut the long story short, or catch him, he said, the man was yellow. The next thing which came into my mind was pancreatic cancer. Now my name is husband. Now me husband. I'm saying, Kofi, easy me sure there. Oh yeah, and you won't be oh yeah, and all the tests they did, few days now, and a friend say, Felicia, they said my husband has got a pancreatic cancer. I said, yeah. And I feel, because maybe for about 6 months, the diagnosis of diabetes. So when the diagnosis came, now he had pancreatic cancer because it mimics diabetes. Yeah. And by the time they gave the first chemo, the guy was already weak. Nothing could go through. And sadly, he died, I think, couple of 2-3 months later in a year, because they couldn't get any treatment for him. Why am I saying that? We need to be very careful what we eat. And I will always talk about healthy eating. Because don't go near it. Yeah. And I remember, and I learned, I know, say, Doc can say, blood test every 6 months. I always, and remember the morning said, I don't want to use the word, but it's very difficult to just ask the men. Men don't look after their health. I mean, Doc, I don't know if I'm right. I'm right. I know I'm right. Because men, how many men go to the GPs? When you look at the number of people who see their GP and then do all their attend diagnostic screening now, it's just a minute. Men don't go. My husband, I will have to beg him. I will have to sometimes say, Daddy, we are going. When I book my blood test, I'll make sure that he also, until every year, we know what we are doing. Into the your blood test now. And then just look, don't just leave it for the GP to call you to say, this is normal. Take a copy of it, give it to someone who has got a knowledge, any health professional, look at it, analyze it. Okay, this is between HB1, sorry, it's just Mr.
HbA1c.
It's about diabetes, 1C. Is it normal? Is it in the same rate? And answer me, I'm going on a tangent. Okay, what should I do to just rectify it? Me vitamin D. Is your vitamin D in your HB? Is it on the into when everything is just right and you know you are just saying, but we don't take we think working and then earning the money is just some. It's not, because one show who here now you now obi the bepabe enjoy will hard work, you know. Into that, I always advise people, look after yourself.
Look after yourself.
One of the things I'll say is when I was working, now my parents, I would send them money, and then when I fell ill, I couldn't go back to work. I was at home, and thank God for good siblings. They all thought, oh yes, sister has done her part, and then I thought my parents were going to suffer, but can I tell you, they are even living better. Into all the stress that we put on ourselves, we need to really sit back, take a step back and sit down to analyze what will happen. Who is going to enjoy? Our health is in our own hands. We need to take good care of our age. I couldn't tell all my stories, but I'll just leave it here because I want people to ask questions.
Fantastic. Medase ebusiafo sabre emra se o question bia ubetimi ede aba na Dr. Ewa Hanomo, yes, Sister Felicia Ewa Hanomo, na weyi ano ede amount. Mr. Wauma on saso wow, na odo question aba. But also question bia mamihu na fe memfa wo na yemfa entwaso. Was I'm waiting for questions, no doc any mami doc ehonomo mukasa mu no ade ba kwa me picking up and it said it looks as if sometimes we don't know the signs and the symptoms of this cancers ayenya no enti yetna honomo emani di enya ewie ebeko akodu hospital no na aye too late. In brief, ubetimi amayen some of the signs and the symptoms of this cancers nana.
Absolutely. I mean, my general things, presentations about cancers, but so far, skin cancer common type of about most skin changes and all that. Also, now we are so there is some form of radiation where we are more. So a show for too long, radiation it can be carcinogenic. And no point number one. And can be that my money can be about myometrial cancer, and I say cancer of the womb. Cancer of the womb, apart from nema bebre, can was a weight loss, and it can happen maybe on a any sometimes apart from body, there can be some foul smelling discharge as well. Do your bara say study when you na moje to what your bra said no can. That's all of a sudden moje translate to, and I say any abnormal discharge coming from the vagina or anywhere, you have to be alerted to. It could be infection anyway, but cancer is the number one on our list. And cancer of the cervix, and no, a man bleeding, but mojan bad. So your bad just be on any liquid and answer the whole for share mu answer with moja. Normally no bibisa niho, and so the moment obey bibisa no feel horror and moja ba. And I say severe lower abdominal pain. Why I see one woman no we are and qua. You know who says silent quiet pelvic inflammatory disease and as it be a friend infection in the pelvis now. I mean, think about cancer as well, especially so about when you fly. Cancer of the cervix is very, very common. Oh, and about bowel cancer, which you can say awareness number seriously. Abdominal pain, cancer of the stomach clearly. Ayana Ghana no money idea. We come has it. Ayana ya say osa. Inti ena osa no enye ni na endoscopy. And as a camera, put the tumor will be moved. Some of them are hidden. And for that matter, no, would then say we endoscopy na. Also would try to be. Maybe a good difference a biopsy. Put it, sent to the lab, and it gets analyzed. And so, and only one of the ways I would say probably got cancer of the stomach. Cancer of the stomach, the treatment here is very difficult and a dangerous cancer. So that, as well as cancer of the pancreas, where you get also weight loss, abdominal pain, jaundice. Jaundice is common. If we say pancreas no tumor no it blocks bile duct from entering the gut. Bile duct and then boa, with a whole lot of digestive enzymes and all that. And one of the characteristics, jaundice, a dangerous, also another dangerous type of another dangerous cancer. Now you can breast into lung cancer, weight loss, cough, chronic cough, hoarseness of the voice, and also could also be, apart from lung cancer, it could also be throat cancer, say a mouth cancer. Also the tumor grows. Sometimes it can be underneath the tongue, or sometimes the tongue itself can be enlarged, and the groove will be there with bleeding, and the speech is altered and all that. So a rectal and the colonic cancer, large bowel cancer, no, and then make a weight loss, bleeding, and sometimes moja no to control the moja be na fe. It's as a moja no a true nipanos so they become anemic. Na onye anemia no anemia, let's say the moja no swati. Sana besamchi. Anemia, then of course it leads into all these problems with cardiac failure and all that. Enti ubisa me kakra bit ma boso ama the question is not bad, then probably we can speak more about these things.
That's a doc. My emphasis Theodora or Ahanomo na funny question, Emma. Tio Mbacho, I'll meet yourself now for a question, bro.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
Doc Mbacho, last week me by okay, say me name Felicia Ekabibi. Okay, say me nko GP na me nko ye. And then the milk on and so we bisa question or waha.
You're welcome.
Hello, good evening.
Evening, sir.
Hi, Doctor, what's the way I will come see na? Emma, me yamashi me kakra about my wife. What the same problem, because last or no kasa na it's about cancer. Dieno, namotu mu dieno. But this time dieno.
No one my ass.
Na yasi. Okoshe, that was
Marina Coil.
Marina Coil.
Coil. Yes, okay.
Yes. Na.
And I told my mamma and
Juma did okay. And your kahono na.
Now cancer cervix, cancer.
Cervical cancer, yes.
Aye, Pacho. Me kose Marina Coil. Me say me kase anjime in short. Me bleedi sa afedie na me wo extremely pains. Eba me drive okra jise me pake wo motorway. Mean to mean en kobium. Na severe. Ese me hu sa na those days na COVID time ntini enya access to medical help quickly. Nti ese me hu cheye eba na eko until say me notice you almost say, well, mean to me be I deny you too much. No almost you any check mean to me be I deny you too much. No almost you any check yashe at the chrono. Unfortunately, omo check here no mo see omo hu ade no. It has been removed from the place now mo de share no. Nti omo hu. And then omo yes scan na share. First scan no I to me and detective baby ewo. And then they proceeded on. Later on, I realize it say I koshe baby no mu ye. Na doctor no ye na catch me say there's a problem. Na me say that's not see one of my fallopian tube no nsuo bi akotai ho no mo. Na say mete ya obia na me nkomi GP ho mante ya wa it's okay. E toda no abe drain na eko na me say okay. So now I was just watching now. Ever since doc me ni me kun have sex I mean to me cry. I mean to me take sex no. And na to me have sex no. Na adie chen ya na wo bleedi. Ti aya na madwen me say me kosha adie no so me wo irregular menses nti no me menses no me nim date na eba me wo ha na eba. And I'm nya soft bleeding ti etoda na eba me to me who say ye menses so say ye soft bleeding ni bio. Ni nyina aka bom. But majority of my time no me to me nya me menses me fa say ye menses but also me so na me bleed we are be a 3 days na etwa because I've been bleeding heavily for the first 2 days no and they're very severe pa me to me crampia bontain na me wie no na ebia me kunu minim sa ade ache the following day emoja bia mai so it's okay for me kunu to enjoy me obeba be ye no ade bechi na ma start say bleedi so ayana bisam ana manwie ana se oye na aba nti oka obi oho ni kun hia ne na me kun wa ha na say atwe ye de no but ene untanya doctor na wako GP wako kan we mu ya kire no sometimes we can't even express ourselves really well they don't want to listen to us omunya take akra ni free one na no akire oh enye ye we na wa sori abefie me what there's something within you
okay me aware pa nti for you no there are two things also me the can be a very pelvic esophagitis or pelvic inflammatory disease and no the antibiotics said now also swelling bibewo fallopian tube. It could be an infection. I mean I know that you can treat with antibiotics but so no kushia na so moja happy say with the antibiotics treat na say anqua you have to have a smear or ask for a smear and that's the only way you'll be able to identify whether they are cancer cells at the mouth of the cervix the D cervix near the mouth of the womb. That is okay. What it stands for. 82 things. Antibiotics and do a smear.
All right.
Doc, me pacho, my last question. My tires smear test.
Can it brief, mommy?
Okay. Doc, pacho, my last me later on no me koye ultra scan just to notice there nekoso me pelvic so no and me abdomen ho no. And then the scan came back almost say me menya adenomyosis.
Adenomyosis, yes, okay.
But why? Na minima de cro. My year research ko Google sa.
All right, adenomyosis no meiosis. I mean, well, womb no. It will be a fibrotic changes. Maybe a friend of fibrotic changes. It will take place.
Okay.
And a different from fibroids.
Oh, okay.
Slightly different. It's a fibroid and come cancer.
Yeah.
Fibroid there is very specific.
Okay.
And it's the cancer. Anyway, fibroid and cancer is something totally different. That's for Rebecca fibroid. A very big topic. Energy
na doc me pacho me try no omo ma me progesterone only pill send me inflammatory but I still didn't trust them for that kind of progesterone.
Progestogen will help that. After all, fibroid sometimes I mean people are giving some form of combinations of treatment. And I make us say static fibroid or hard yeah. I don't know my any cancer.
That's what
I can say.
My end so na me for 1 or 2 questions be na fe in fact the section review and I end twice with tata focus section. A be mun so say be our specific issue be with your tata send app and so on. You be a breakout room 1 a honum now call customer support team or honum I'll to resolve your issue. Doc, we will be able to say is anemia life threatening, and if one is on iron tablets and other food that contain iron, is it okay?
But I see, it's a kind of anemia, your mouth moderate severe. Of course, severe type of any condition, no, it can be life threatening. So some people say, because a full black count, where hemoglobin normally, no, remember hemoglobin no be advanced up to 16, 14, 15, and my day lower. And my day is a member day 14 to 16, I normal. 12, anything 12 grams per deciliter to 15, normal. And my day, and sometimes I can go even as low as 11. Acceptable. The man, the lower, if you set it through, I know more time. A menstruation, they lose blood literally every month. Into a man range in a lower. But some say hemoglobin below anything below 8. In England here, no, below 8, no, we classify it as severe anemia. And then a banasano, it depends on the cause. Maybe the cause is leukemia or something else, or it could be worm infestation can also cause anemia severe, and it will be a pancytopenia. I mean, there are so many causes of anemia anyway, and some of them here blood transfusion. Okay, in order to correct them.
Okay.
Main cause about sickle cell, yeah, it's a different story. Sickle cell for normally they have low hemoglobin, so some of them get frequent blood transfusion. Thalassemia, they do that as well. Okay. And yes, it could be life threatening if it's severe.
Okay.
Now, I mean, iron supplements, ferrous sulfate, are all I mean supplements. So also they were to say I'm for crack as a body say iron kakra. Well, fine. So also na mince meat. In some class say friends say we need more of a breast milk iron and more mince meat. Red part contains a bit of iron and a liver. So they are rich, much better in iron. I will say to me, and yes, severe anemia. I don't know. It can give rise in severe cases. It can give rise to cardiac failure and all those things. Cardiac failure, so they say, yeah, and yet, if your heart is failing now, and yet as a sometimes that one also needs to be treated with Lasix and digoxin and all those things. And the answer the meeting I catch him.
Yo, doc, me da say, yeah, can do any one say me answer na mefa letty any God never fails no. Mame enko ye mami Felicia honomo. We ebusa say, please, what are the foods we should avoid for our kids and we the grown-ups? Isn't sena ye mami Felicia ka doctor Anso kan say ye duani die mu no ye hwe ni ye ka ho bi na saa yade cancer ye nyinya anti say ma Felicia wo hono ma obetimi ayi ano ama some of the aduani bi saa and we should avoid ema ye nya cancer bi. Yeah, Mami Felicia, and you are doc over farmer.
Okay, is it cancer? It will be a kind of etiological factor.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know. I was muted. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I was just talking. Sorry. And I say you know, how do you call it? Yeah, avoid. You know, it's all this fast food. Say and Colano. I don't know what McDonald's has done for them. Fast food, you know, enye mawon. Ufa McDonald's chicken nuggets. Now we call Costco, now we call Costco chicken nuggets. There's a big difference. You notice a Costco there, it's meaty. Usha McDonald's there now. I don't know what is in there. In fast food, if we can cut down, now introduce your money to homemade foods now. Pieces need doors. A friend is saying, in Yanina, I would just prefer say you introduce your man on a healthy diet. I mean, I think that will sort out and then I would just say, pardon?
Penny for in way.
I'm penny for no me pamocho, ye fufu no, say fufu powder no. I can't even remember the last time I had it over 10 years ago. There's too much sodium. If we can buy the good ones now, a better my so person count benko wakwa koto mori. Na wa count benko. Who person do for wakwa koto board here. Se kra wunya obanchi kra obetumi a blend. No one kasa waka. Yeah. Let's reduce microwave. I'm not against microwave. Radiation. I've got microwave in my house. You can't avoid it. But I try as much as possible. But when you take Pyrex bowl, that is what I put in there because it's glass, it's very difficult. So even radiation cry, it is reduced than the plastic going in the microwave. And a lot of food is just microwave. We should cut down, and I'm going to say this again, carbohydrates.
Mbacho fesi ya mame na me mfa nipa a omo wosu yi mejiri se ebi om question no ebe sign de we no mu ebi aba yemfa Letty na ye de God never fails and so atwa so me mfa mienu emom Letty etio. Hello Letty, if you are there, can you please unmute yourself na for question bra? You're moving on to God never fails.
Okay, but Madam Masi, Masin Sano, maintains a medicine and then not modify women dear. But Mr. Balfon or wouldn't say nothing to say the name. I could say we cannot simple head echo. None just on a DNC manner, but so young women are simple the Emma, not small when you're over Bunisaviano. Nothing to snare the Abukin and then just a guilty money. That's too generous.
Yo, my main fact Teresa and Cajon Nafe, ya yini na
ano. Kwame Patrona me phone play up untino. Me screen any way.
Go ahead.
Nambusa Aunt Felicia and Patro sour soap bitters no. I hear funny a ton or landing ham patch or shop way. Or can last week?
Sour sap no fruits. Yes, your friend I look going to be. Yeah, me told me dear because who call Asian shops now. Sorry, Nana Kwame. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, me who call Asian market now, but it's quite expensive. I think now it's about $14.99 a kilo. And you know what I tend to do is make cost Spitalfield markets, East London. But if I have to go now, I go on a Friday early hours of the morning. That is when I won't be back. Into me kwa minya cha me kwa na mato bebre ebe last me. I still eat it. Ebe last me for how many days? I mean how many weeks? Into me ba na me yi how do you call it? Ebrea na me yi fruits no na ma chichire into smaller content bags. Na me dey share freezer into me be ye me smoothie anopa because that's my breakfast. Na me dey can either berries home. Na ma blended na me.
Okay.
So when you fruit because fruits are very expensive. I must warn you. when your fruit na say to me say be a Ghana or na or bar to me anya leaves no. The leaves is also quite good, but the leaves no you dry. Who drier? It will be better say you don't dry it in a direct sun. Maybe call Ghana, maybe kwa mama what it ya mami. Mama who find na me dia kitchen hono. Maybe I who say a wiane bano. Because when pet that the direct sun on it into me nyawa bonte. Into them none de siho. Not just wo, not just say my chichi my dear. And so from you know na ya. Now I boil it, now I know.
Okay.
And this is so good. Thank you.
Actually, that's
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Doc. Obi ese ne sisters ne ire onyane menses na pimples agu nanim bebre menses ni twa na pimples no nso atwa eno no nso e de.
Oh, quite simple. So, you see, the menstrual cycle, not there is a different. So there's always hormonal upheavals. Hormones, no. Oh, and then the mouse changes, no. Oh, your FSH, I mean LH, normally estrogens and progesterone. So the mamma can. A cycle involve these kinds of hormones in women in America. And a pimples only are just one of the pimples only the real acne. Okay, this is as a result of the hormones that are poured into the bloodstream and they give rise to the acne and acne-form lesions on the face. And the moment follicle stimulating hormones and luteinizing hormones and estrogen levels from after the menstrual flow, no, the pimples will also disappear. I say the same question I will be saying, some process or puberty age, pimples so
yeah.
Because at that time there's a lot of outpouring of testosterone into the blood and also estrogens into the blood, and that's what gives rise to the friend pimple, but the real name is acne.
Okay, Yemfa Teresa any George.
Me patrol before, so just a quick one, just to say to a question or the by and say me patrol because sometimes dairy can also cause have that's impact. Yeah, dairy.
Apart from that, even you see, menstrual flow is a very stressful period anyway. Stress alone can also worsen acne, not only on the face, or it can on all parts of the body anyway. And but the treatment is quite simple. I mean, so we will this acne, washing of the face regularly twice a day with lukewarm water, ordinary soap can do. There are some creams around that people use, but and sometimes some people also advise the use of antibiotics. But no topic in there comes. Oh yeah,
yeah. My uncle Nayemfa Teresa any G Dakun is it Donko? Teresa Mpacho yetio.
Me pacho me question no come Sister Felicia. Say can be said coffee enema many je ho pa na me say so beti me achire mu ama make a cry be any ordinary coffee na coffee crona you beti me use for that enema.
All right. Sister Felicia jotting it down, mommy. I mean, for G.
Okay.
And come. G Donko. But your G Donko, Honoma, or meet yourself for question, bro. You move on to Hannah. But your Hannah,
Yet you, Hannah. It is so much. Sister Frisha can explain her baby, but me manti I say timpesa me who shall have ban as a make organ and I can make to me a baby because me so ya dear me cancer ma you should treat me.
Okay. Sister Felicia, Fanny me no mami na fe ya ma ba family last one na fe the question is the animal.
Okay. Mamiansa Ipa kwa kasa sisi catching send me private message. And your kasa is sorry, my
That's Hannah.
Sister Hannah Pacho, just send me, just go on to the chat. Sending me a yeah.
Me the kind yeah, but na me who normal. To me.
What's say?
Me see me the kind who yeah free share, but me who normal na me buy inside.
Okay. Make sure na my say what until they know what chat them. Yes, Sawas alugun to be by no.
Alugun to be.
Yeah. Into enu na make ho asem no. Enkofo so betumi anom no raw no, but I mean would the bar definitely a be won't you know. That's what I take. And no, a year very good. We share the benefit. The last week because I won't be able to say everything about it. But just type in WhatsApp. It will tell you all the health benefits of it. And you don't. And yes, cancer quantity to me a year. It works in the body very well. And you know, I actually recommend it to everyone to just take it because it's very good. And also the research, I won't say it's kills the cancer cells more better than the kimona. And I had it when I was having my treatment. Internet is a good thing. Sorry, the other question, Sister Hannah, me sure na my the other question, sorry, what was it again?
No, also tea be who has some the
oh, coffee anima. Oh my god. Organic coffee bean. Coffee and kasa a organic coffee bean, and there's a way you boil it and then into catch any semi panicho or inbox me that means sending a number na me explaining channel well.
Yo.
And then where I buy it. And just coffee, a organic coffee bean.
Yo. Mami fast Sarah Bills, if you are a Zoom user.
I didn't get it. My chance.
G don't now. I'm sorry. G don't go back to you.
Oh, sorry.
G don't go back to you.
You hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I want to make a contribution about the food aspect.
Right.
I'm doing some course like as a pre-diabetic course, and I've learned a lot from it. When you was talking about McDonald's and other
processed
prepared food in the stores, the fat they use are industrial fat, and that is not good for consumption. If you want to reduce your weight, also carbohydrate, excessive carbohydrate, like say in Ghana, we say you do more carbohydrate and more, and all those things. No, then you now contribute to weight gain, and you know these are some of the things that MCSC and why you and all those things. My ready and I say my aim say I want to say olive oil and a granite oil, very high omega, and those are good. But say heat olive oil not too much, it loses and it also becomes affect. It also has a consequence. And you know, things young Ghana for let's say because you did too much carbohydrate. The contribution and a person may count.
Yo, God bless you.
Just a quick one to add to just say, yes, we should Ghana for we always want to take olive oil. Say for say very healthy. I will say to everyone, just don't use it. So what person will use oil? Don't heat. And I mean you see olive oil to cook. Because it's very dangerous, even done. Because the moment you heat olive oil, you don't want to know this is not the time to maybe one day we will talk about it. Right. But me pamocho, olive oil was made to garnish food, not to eat or not to cook with. Okay, thank you.
That's Mamifa Zoom user, Niamfa Sarah Bill and Twaso nearby Grace. Now, for question, no, yeah, dear, see,
yeah. Sorry, quickly. South Sop on a big penny tea. Mimi told me there were Indian shop, and I'm there on the screen. I see I'm trying to take a picture, but I don't know. Me taking it tea as a tea all the time. South Sop at the screen, so see, I don't know if you can see.
Yeah. It's quite good.
Me that say. Yeah. I mean, fact, 3 questions. See now for you, first show and bury Zoom user, but your ETO.
Yeah, of patrol, my question is say me waba by 14. By 10 bia say NCC was seen a motu amone na se hono ma complain ya GP memi nkumbi de yes one so still and yes say bia would drew period time and eba or na ababe sisi ne hono no men patrol mentia say na anti Felicia Kofi ne son ka be che na inje no anka patrol nka mepe patrol that's it.
Okay.
Sarah, 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 and Kahuna Fe. Questions.
Patrol, where there, Anna, and Pessaman Casa, I going to gain lives no more than about 5 kilo, 2 bags. And if she doesn't mind that, I can post some for her to start drinking it.
Okay, with the special advert, Miss Hannah inbox no Sarah inbox Hannah na more exchange contact na fe. Meba my emfa Grace and Sana baby waba Grace bacho.
If I transfer more casano do this our boss when it was on some phantoms and I'm person take screenshot, but I'm sorry.
All right, is that Grace?
That's
all right, me chance na all the see we no assign the workasa no the toswa we will all be able to pick it.
Yeah. Okay. Can I just say something? I don't know, but Nana, I think you need another session whereby I can just do a PowerPoint presentation to show the leaves and then the benefit. We can talk about it because it's a very good thing to use. I don't know if you can looking
at how things are going, it looks like we can all bear witness that this health show. So like I was talking to you today about it, I'm thinking of having a health show every Monday so that we can have time specifically to talk about anything to do with health. On the first week of November, the first Monday of November, we are going to start Your Health Matters. It's a complete health show. We'll be able to talk about this. After this show, then we can start announcing it proud to the first Monday of November so that we can be talking about health. And doctor as well, as we've been discussing, this health show is something that it looks like who here say you to me as soon as possible.
I think so.
Okay, me patrol, Mami Bibi question about Neba or say 14 years.
Mami for Sarah a question.
Okay.
What can you mean? Then the question time. Let's see. Sarah Bills. Sarah Bills. Grace. Grace.
Because of that. One for Grace.
But your Grace is you.
Me patrol, me pisa me bisa ma Felicia. I have been an hour. Me mother also the same breast cancer. I will so our treaty. Now me person me bisa say I have been the difficult I can one answer and one of it me one.
All right, my Felicia, Fanny me no mommy. The
lead. And me first second one in come me person me bisa doctor say me were 46 years. Now better to say 1 year me na me menses. But me who say me ye phone it me ya to be me ya kasia na ya to be so na no sign I say e call for by e kasia me feel pain. Me ntimi who say make us e kekane and I say me ya but the way I am no Me free na mpesa mbisa say no so no bibi sa ti me ekosisa ana.
Oh yes, I mean 46 years. Any time from 45, you know. You see, most women, in fact, been earlier, but most women after 45, you know, tend to start develop. I mean, they enter into what we call the menopause. Now, menopausal symptoms are very variable. It can be anything from oligomenorrhea, which is small irregular menstrual. And I've been so time intervals also increase, and associated with many things. You have dry skin and a whole bit. Into all symptoms, you know, it's very likely to be menopause now experience. And associated symptoms only be hot flashes. So what is you can under hot flashes, and you know, all these mood changes and mood swings and all that. That's the answer I can give for your age, you know. Why?
Okay. Me patrolling kaka you know, because of the bloatiness now, I would just ask you to just go and see your GP.
Yeah.
I do understand menopause. I mean, menopause. It's a whole topic. If we want to talk about menopause now, we have to just have a session on menopause, because even this country has noticed affecting women badly, and women have actually been stigmatized. And but if you haven't actually, I have gone through menopause, and I can tell you, it is a very it's a topic that we will have to treat it so that people will know how to manage it. Number one. Number two, because of the bloatiness now, Kano, it can be anything.
Yeah,
I would advise you to go and see your GP about that bloatiness. No, now they need to check. I mean, we'll corner everything is okay. We thank God. I mean, praise be to God. I wanted to just answer a question about the 14-year-old now. You know, again, in Yania Odino can also be a part. Me were 15-year-old. And I remember in my husband family, you know, they have endometriosis. I mean, a big crap pass it out when they have their periods into the Oyobano very early in her age, you know. I think about 8 years now. I started noticing it. And I was particular about the type of food she eats. Yeah, about the food she eats, because I didn't want her. And to God be the glory, and I prayed about it. To God be the glory. She never had she's had a period for about 3 years ago, and now 4 years ago. And there's no day she's complained of, even she doesn't have endometriosis or period pains and onya supposed to be when name. It's just because of the type of food I give her. You need to just look at what she's eating, and then if you can, let her eat more fruits and vegetables. And vegetables, they don't like the fruits, but just find out what is good for her and then give it to her. And I know when you change.
You see, before we finish this topic, you see, for a 14-year-old, you know, these are adolescents. So, and there are medical, so there are quite a lot of changes that take place, you know, physically, emotionally, and mentally in them. It starts, you know, in girls from any time from 8.5 years upwards. And then in boys a year later, 9 years and a half. Well, and you're careful. Physiological changes do take place in these children. Now, after some time, they will disappear. Apart from food, yes, food is a factor, but then you see, let's always remember, say, there are chemical, hormones are chemicals anyway, that are pouring into their blood all the time. And it can, you know, in some of them say, I'm managing the year. It can be a source of conflict between our own children and the parents. And of course, there are other issues like peer pressure and all that. But pimples no are all could as well be folliculitis, which is a form of infection, can be treated with antibiotics. And yes, diet is there, but we also have to look at the constitutional milieu of that 14-year-old. Please, let a medical doctor have a look.
Hello,
and,
can I
possible,
speak?
Get a specialist to reassess that child.
Hello, can I speak?
Zoom user, before you come in, I want Felicia to end before we can continue with the Zoom user, then we will wrap up. Andy, Felicia, you were making a point. Can you continue from there for me?
Yeah, I didn't actually finish when Doc came in, so I wanted to say that.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I wanted to say GP. Now, there's one thing which I think it's come up again from last week. I think I did assure everyone, or I did advise everyone, say, when you go to the GPs, you need to be assertive. I said it and I'm going to repeat it again. Because the doctors, I hate to say getting pregnant. Do you know how the millions of cells in the sperm try say best survive. When you go to the GP, don't look at their business. You go there as an individual and then you tell them your problem. And if before you go, know exactly what is there. Google into GP, you just have to just say, no doc or no GP, I just want this. And every time there's something around you or on your skin or any part of your body you are not happy with, when you go in, just tell doc, please, and a GP, please, can I have a scan?
All right.
You are entitled to. Thank you.
That's it. Mami,
Me pacho, you're frozen. Pacho Grace.
Grace, the question was
Grace.
Yeah, alu going to go we na haba.
Alu going to go.
Let me be say yeah, the baby frada.
Oh, Debbie. I mean, it depends on you. But me the akeke draft fra na se bibi afra. But wouldn't you now again? Me pamucho. Let's cut down on sugar too. Yeah, binom the sugar near you. Tasteless. Into no me pacho. Just you bet me and so akeke draw is very good. You bet to me the beer too.
Na fresh, you know, and a dry one. The fresh, you know, so bet me and one is
wait me and one is yeah.
Because me mother no know back home, you know, no bet me and fresh, you know.
Obenya fresh now on dear. I mean, me Ghana, I eat it 3 times a day.
Okay.
Because me baha is quite expensive here. Okay. Thank you.
I
mean, first, Zoom user now for this section and Zoom.
Can I talk now then?
Zoom user.
Yes, hello.
Hi.
Okay. So I just wanted to add to, you know, when the lady was saying about how to eat well and all that, I just wanted to add, usually you need to check your blood type and then eat for your blood type. That will really help very well.
Yeah.
I just wanted to add. Yeah.
And
so say your blood group and then eat for your blood type and then that helps.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for saying that. It's something which is very important.
Hello?
Felicia, before you come in, to be honest with you, I'm being honest. Some of us, we don't know our blood type.
Exactly, yeah.
Exactly. we just eat anything.
Where do we go? Where can we go? Because I think when you go to the NHS, they are saying that they don't do that. How can I know my blood type?
You can ask your GP.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't do. They said it's not their work. Yeah.
Yeah, GP.
Who said so? No.
If you want to know your blood type, they said you should go private.
Yeah,
no,
who said so?
That's not true.
That was the last time I was at my GP. That's what my GP told me.
That if you want to know your blood type.
Yeah, they said go to private.
Yeah, that's what they told me.
Private. Since when?
Yeah.
I've worked
the
in
last
the NHS
time I was
for a
there
long
was
time.
about 3 months ago. They told me to go private.
Yeah.
Please, do you live in London?
I'm actually a biomedical.
Yeah, I live in Chingford. Yeah.
You live in
I'm a
Chingford.
biomedical.
Yeah.
And
Wartime Forest. Yeah.
okay. Zoom user. Okay, I'm talking again.
I've actually worked in Waltham Forest before, and I know they are very particular about their budgets.
All right. So let's take Zoom user for the last time.
Okay. So what they're saying, usually some GPs will repeat it. So, but the only time they do that is when you're critically ill and they have to do group and save and then transfuse you. That is when they will do that, because they think it's not like it's not critical. You know what I mean? Yeah, that is why they will say no. I'm a nurse. I work in Nottingham Hospital. I work in critical care. Okay. So I think that's the only reason why they'll do that. Yeah.
No, can I just be honest with everyone on this on the platform? We need to be assertive. I'm just going to give you a brief something which I did today. Yeah, I've got a prescription. The medication I'm taking, because it's more expensive, the NHS doesn't want to pay for it. So now they've reverted to a cheaper one, £10 difference. So everywhere I go, I can't get that medication. So what I did was I took it to the hospital. You see, we always want to get, no, you go to the GP and say, GP, I am so sorry. I need to know what to eat. I want to embark on a healthy eating, but I need to know my blood type. And you will insist. Make sure that you choose your words very carefully, and then you insist politely, and then you will get what you want. Because I could have sat down to say, oh, okay, let me just take the cheap. I'm not taking the cheap one. I went straight into the hospital to say, can I just have, because I'm on this medication, I can't get it and I need it. Could you believe that when I went, they said, okay, you need a consultant to rewrite it because we don't give the green prescription here. You need the hospital grade prescription. And yes, it's going to be done for me.
All right.
So you've got to be assertive. It has to be done. You have a right.
I have to bring this section to a close.
Uncle.
I want to be assertive.
Uncle Bacho, my mimi some question. Wadaruma. Me Bacho, nurses ne doctors platform is so. And no more nim de. To say teenager na so onyane menses. Na ni as in chada bisano. A child few days na asamba. According to GP or say hormones no intino ayo mu use pills na dey regulate omo a bibi draw ana bibi mpacho so bi nim bibi sa
me pacho I how old is the what's a teenager?
Me pacho 13 14 now
14. Okay. One of the things about my dream PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. Yeah, it can be that.
It
PCOS.
is.
Yeah, it is PCOS. What you have to do is with PCOS, you've got to cut down on sugar
and carbohydrates.
Carbohydrates, because I had PCOS in Ghana. I didn't know it was PCOS. When I got into this country. Before I got to know it was PCOS. And what you have to do is, because there's another thing, they've linked that to diabetes. Oh, sorry, there's too much to talk. Listen, take my number, inbox me, and then I'll send you my number so that we talk.
Okay.
All right. Fine. Let me take Dr. Felicia, you are on board now. So let me take your last words. I mean, call Dr. or I'm in the last words. Now, the tap send focus session at the so then I'll open the breakout room 1. You have any issue regarding your tap send account, you can go to breakout room 1 and customer service team will be there to assist you. Felicia.
Okay, in the nutshell, I would just say we need to eat well, we need to rest, and we need to be assertive when it comes to our health. Because again, I'm just going to go back and talk about the foods that we've got in the market, and and yet even organic crampa and organic, I'll tell you the truth. And I would just say we need to eat health. We need to eat healthy. We need to just read and research on the things going on. There's a lot of things which can help us. And if we do that now, and lastly, I would just say Lady Bikachem says she's having treatment. Sorry, I was trying to just look up for her or see a friend of Hannah, but I couldn't find her. If she's still on now, or inbox me.
Mr. Felicia Mpacho, quick one. Before, like with the PCOS, no, with the mothers, the parents that have kids that are like coming up, I just suggest that they advise their kids to have children early, or else it would be a big problem for them.
No, it's not. Can I just be honest with you? That is not the solution. Because with PCOS, no, it doesn't matter. It took me 15 years after marriage to have children because I had a terrible PCOS.
Why would you want to wait that long when you can do it?
No, I didn't wait. It wasn't coming. I got married at 21 and then I couldn't conceive because of the terrible PCOS I had. I wasn't ovulating.
I'm trying to say that. So to avoid all of that, they do advise. I've done research. I did biomed. I've done a lot of research. So you usually encourage people to, if they can't do it, and to have kids earlier than waiting later, so that it helps. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Oh, that's what you want to say. But what I'm trying to say is, I got married at 21, and then I wanted kids there and there, but it didn't happen for 15 years.
Yes. Okay.
So I had my first child when I was 37. Because of PCOS, I was put on Clomid. But now, again, going back to PCOS, PCOS has been linked to diabetes. And most people I know, yes. So when you do the research, you will notice that PCOS, it's linked to diabetes. That is why they need to just cut down on dairy.
I'm a victim
go on
myself.
Plant-based.
I'm a victim myself. That's why I'm talking about it.
Okay.
I'm a victim, yeah.
You're a victim, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to go on plant-based, cut down on sugar and carbohydrates.
Yeah, I've actually sorted myself out because it said I was high risk of diabetes, a PCOS was causing a whole lot of problems. So I did cut down, I've lost about half of my weight. So everything has gone back to normal.
Yeah. Well done.
We need to meet again on the first Monday of November.
Okay.
Everything regarding.
Again, all right.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right, bye.
Doc, your last word.
Yes, all right. It's been quite a product. When I was told
about your feedback. Hold on. There is one. Okay, Doctor, go on.
Yeah. I kind of said she will still have to go back to the awareness campaign.
Yeah.
Now, make sure say symptoms be able and as a science be able to me at one among temp and sana I too late. And I said so crown say one as you won't be a crop away or nipper anymore. To see a Jacobi if Adume another brassica crown, I say who if you walk a cramayan. If you say na in ye checkups, no say na can no. Say be a big bar. Na ehun ntem na etimi asa no ncha kakra metimi de agya wohwefo na otiefo nyina.
Dr. Kofi Edu and my dear sister Felicia Wright. And then you rate Madam Wase, Sanso na atiefo ni afefo and then you mo join ijimedie nyina. Nyame enhyira mu nyina. Na emum misremo a mede eye link bi ato eye chat room honomo. A WhatsApp group are creative for shows like this. I bring you na fiti and say you send him notification. Na mo timi a join in them. Intimi say wa click a link and so na join OT Media WhatsApp group no. Na timi a send you notification. And ye junk ibia never send you abroad all the time. Just about the show so that we can send you notification. So mo nyina mo join in. Yo, ora mouth or honma. My menje won so last words na fe yakọ quick break na fe yaba. Near breakout room or issue beer. I said, what joining in our tap saying focus session. Malto.
No, just a big thank you to our aunties and sisters and Dr. talking today. I know there's a lot of interest in this, and some of the things I've heard today I haven't heard before in my life. It's been quite privileged to sit in such a close, tight family knit to have a very personal chat with people. So thank you very much to all of you, and hopefully we can continue these conversations and keep looking after ourselves and make sure we live long enough to enjoy all the hard work that we are putting in from on air today. So thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Hopefully I'll be here so we can answer any more questions about TapTapSend, and but hopefully we can bring back help soon and with you also. And I'm done.
Thank you.
Yo, ora, Malto, you better also say every Thursday be and also Hanomo, a boy said it, you me, Akoso, kama. I wish for Monkoswa, Namuni share every Thursday be and I said, yeah, you Sabri, yeah, Bomodian said by the first week of November, first month. Your health matters, bro. Na yet near BBR regarding our health into the Mombo Modiana Moncoso, Namoni in the surgery every Thursday. Said here from the beginning, so no. Sabri, TapTapSend, ya launch it, need, and it is a wound near Adam 4 and I say Busia 4 New York. Catch no monso and Bomodiana or and download the TapTapSend and no to me at the Ascendisica Akoboa, Busia 4. Producer honoma mame advert back and find pure nafe yanko TapTapSend focus session nafe maybe breaker room 1 and I say any issue be answer okwa ebusia 4 honoma mo beboa na what's me I resolve the issue TapTapSend account so we say be pop it up on your screen breaker room nafe wa join it sabre ya ultimate join the breaker room 1 nafe yemfa the issue be I work with our TapTapSend, your call no more. You work to customer service team, you know, or more able. Auntie Felicia, who case in the me miss my pa, made hujuma at the amount.
Me person who do hujuma echina by 12 o'clock, please.
Uni problem, cry. Maybe
me pacho echina no pa, I'll just send you a message.
Maybe hujuma the amount.
Yeah. Thank you, Doc.
Yo, Sabri, Oramato, will be take you over. So, or any issue be regarding your TapTapSend app, Mr. Breaker Room 1 is open. I pop it up on your screen. Just join it. We'll go to customer service team, no honomo, and they will be able to assist you with regards to your issue with your TapTapSend app. But if you have any general question with regards to TapTapSend, Oramato is in the seat now.
Sorry, just before I'm just going through the chat and then answering people, you know. If anybody has got any question, I'll be to me. I could chat to them and then ask me. If that's okay.
That's totally fine. That's fantastic. Thank you very much. Let's take some general questions then. If you have any specific questions, please join the breakout room because I wouldn't be able to discuss any your personal details on the general platform. Then it's not good for you, it's not good for us. So who do we take first? Ernest, were you raising your hand because of a tap question or was it something health related? Probably wasn't. In that case, this is a time for you to ask any questions about TapTapSend. So maybe you have questions about the limits email that you got today. You may have questions about why we do this, why we do that. Apart from questions, you may also have suggestions about maybe you guys should do this, or you should do that, or you should do anyway. Maybe you have a comment to make. Just, it doesn't have to be a question, it doesn't have to be a suggestion, it doesn't have to be, maybe you just want to say hello to everybody who lives in your small village of pressure and you want to do that, that's also fine. We are family here. There's 86 of you in this main platform, so there's a lot of you. There's no format to this. So just ask anything and we'll do it. So Sarah Bill.
I've sent money 2 days ago to my family in Ghana. And up to date, I still haven't got any response. They haven't received the money. I called the number, and I spoke to, today I've spoken to about 3 people concerning my money, and they keep saying to me that you guys have a problem in Ghana on your network or something. So I want to find out, when are you going to sort that problem out?
Okay, this seems like something that we have to be able to look at your account, be able to understand what's happened, because like normally Scario send there, it should get there literally the very same second or the very same minute normally. Sometimes bank